thanks for tuning in today. Today I want to talk about players trying to help that ball up in the air and more often than not causing themselves to hit along the ground. So there are a number of faults that can occur in trying to lift the ball up in the air. So sometimes you'll see people and they're leaning way to their right hand side. Sometimes you'll see them and their hands flick at it. So what we're going to deal with today are the people who flick their hands at it. So if you don't, this video is not for you. So people who flick their hands, so what I'm seeing is the right hand turning underneath and trying to help the ball up into the air where possible. This can come from a couple of issues within their swing. And the first one that I see is grip pressure. So I see a very lightly held club in the left hand and the right hand squeezing the living daylights out of it. It's like a white knuckle ride for the right hand. So as they're hitting the ball, the club is very loose in the left hand, and then wham, they get hold of it with that right hand and they're really tight, and the right hand is the dominant hand in it, and boom, underneath she goes. What we would like ideally is that both hands put the same amount of pressure on the golf club, so they work as a team, not with one of them dominating the relationship, but the two of them work as a team. Now, I can't see that in your swing. I can only ask you for your feedback. Do they feel like they're both putting the same amount of pressure on the club? So that's the first place that we're going to start. Are we holding the club with the same amount of pressure in both hands, or is that right hand doing all the work? Is it the dominant force in that relationship? If it is, we're in trouble. We're likely to start scooping. We try and scoop at it, club's going to bottom out early, and you're going to have thin shots and you're going to have duffed shots, but you're not going to have consistent striking of a golf ball. So that's one reason. The next reason that we can have for scooping at the ball is simply a lack of movement. That our body is not moving through the ball. So as we swing down, if the body stops, on goes the club head, on go the hands, and there's not much movement there in the body, there's not much rotation. So here's one of my favorite drills for helping with that issue. So here's how we're going to go at this drill. At all times, we're going to try and keep the same amount of grip pressure between both our right and left hands. We don't want the right hand becoming dominant and flicking under. So taking an alignment rod, going to place it on the ground, pressure down into the ground in line with where the ball would be. From there, we're going to turn into our impact position with our hands leading the alignment rod into impact, leading the club head into impact, body rotating. So from there, turning in and release out the far side. Okay, so one more. Alignment rod on the ground, bit of pressure into the rod, turning into the impact position, hands leading the rod through impact, body turning, and out the far side. Okay, that's something you can do at home. You could possibly do it in work. You may get some strange looks, but you know, a lot of us get strange looks anyway, whether we do our golf practice drills or not. So once we've done that with the alignment rod, we can now move on to a golf club, and we're really going to do exactly the same. Club head on the ground, into impact, that turn of the body is occurring, into impact and out the far side. Again, club on the ground, turning into impact, equal amounts of pressure on the club with right and left hand, into impact and out the far side. So what we were looking at today, guys, is people who scoop at the ball. The right hand comes in underneath the club and tries to help the ball up in the air. And we had 2 points that we were looking towards. One is having consistent and equal pressure between the right and the left hand. So we can't have the right hand holding the club tighter and dominating the relationship. The two of them have to work as a team with the same amount of pressure. The second thing then that we looked at is a little drill to help us lead the club head in with our hands. So the club is behind the hands all the way through impact. This drill is going to help you guys. It's going to help you strike the ball cleaner, more consistently, and ultimately that should lead to lower scores. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you real soon, guys. Take care.